Hello, this is Elena in my channel Enough. Today I'm saying enough of the senseless, bloody war in Ukraine. I demand that President Putin resign and take away all his troops out of Ukraine, from every part of Ukraine, include Crimea, include all that new annexed territories, and be charged with treason, with starting aggressive war in neighboring country, and corruption, and lots of other crimes. We will talk today about Ukrainian army liberated Lyman. It's one of the key points for the future advances of Ukrainian army, and we will see how it was happening. This is the city itself, and that's how it was happening. And at this point, so all of this part is liberated. It all was happening by Russian forces expected Ukrainian army to attack Lyman straight ahead, and that would cost them a lot of losses of human lives and everything. Instead, Ukraine went from two sides and encircled Lyman. And at first, Russian troops was trying to escape towards Crimea, and it didn't work, because even last night I had information that the road was completely blocked, the only road, and every road, even little gravel roads, were completely blocked by Ukrainian army. And today, and the only what was left yesterday, it's about 1.5 kilometers field, which could be shot across very easily by Ukrainian forces. And basically, Russian army didn't have much choices. They were encircled and trapped. There are different information about how many of Russian troops still around, and trapped, it's from minimum 2,500, and the information from Ukraine is 5,500 people. So, and this is what was happening, and now Lyman liberated.
Разгортаем наш державный прапор, встановлюємо.
Лиман был захвачен российской армией после ожесточенного...
So Ukrainian soldiers saying that they're returning their country flag to Lyman.
сражения в конце мая.
And Lyman was captured in the end of May by Russian forces.
Оккупационные власти переименовали его в Красный Лиман.
And occupant renamed it into Red Lyman. That name of the city they changed. But now Ukrainian forces call it just Lyman. Back again.
Город важен, поскольку он создает условия для возможного дальнейшего наступления ВСУ на Луганскую область.
This city is important because it's giving Ukrainian army opportunity to continue advances in Lugansk region, which Putin considered now part of Russia. It is wrong, it is illegal. Lugansk region, Donetsk region, Zaporozhye region, and Kherson is Ukraine.
В частности, на Лисичанск и Северодонецк администрация.
And so is the Crimea. It's all Ukraine.
Оперативный центр региона. До новостей о Лимане пришли также подтверждения.
So this is how Ukrainian army getting into Lyman, and I can tell you that next moves could be towards Severodonetsk and Lysychansk, those cities which was big battles before in the past, and that's how quickly, this is Lyman, this is how quickly Ukrainian army liberated this territory right now. As soon as they started to have proper weapons for advances, Ukrainian army clearing up the territory from Russian occupants. And the big problem here in Lyman is that a lot of Russian troops are encircled. They in the trap. They can't get out. They either will give up or they will be all killed. And what happening in Russia? Putin celebrating.
Раз, два,
1, 2,
Three.
3.
ура!
Hurrah!
Ура!
That's what they yelling.
Ура!
It looks like many
Всё
people
для
are
того, чтобы
celebrating.
поддержать наших братьев и сестер.
This is all for support our brothers and sisters.
Мы стали сильнее.
We became stronger. Huh. Who would have guessed? So it seemed like Putin still has support, but it's fake. It's all a lie, as much as his own army and everything. This is interesting channel I told you about by Davydov, and that's what he will show you.
Now let's go to some of the news and events. So awesome news coming from Lyman city. Here are our guys. We took the main building of Lyman and actually took all of the city. Most of the Russians, the majority of Russians surrendered. Who didn't surrender got killed. And this is the video.
And now I will show you about that meeting in Moscow and how they were look like there was lots of people there and stuff like that. Let's see what happened, what actually happened.
Yesterday, then Russia annexed Ukrainian territory. There were lots of people on the main square of Moscow. So here are those buses that deliver the people delivered to that event. Lots of the buses. It means that they all were intensively brought to Moscow, Red Square, and were paid for it. Well, after referendum, we excluded some territory from Russia, as they say. By the way, it's the first time in human history that the country annexed the territory that it loses little by little. Jake Sullivan from United States.
So basically, it all was staged and faked. This is Taras Berezovets. He's from Ukrainian army, and yesterday he reported about basically encirclement of Russian troops already. It was done, and they only, as I said, 1.5 kilometers left of the open field, and that's what he has to say today.
После успешного наступления ЗСУ на Харьковщине, а теперь еще на Лимане, где накануне ЗСУ вчера утром замкнули кольцо, а сегодня уже вошли на окраины.
He is saying that after the successful counteroffense in Kharkov region and then near Lyman, and now he was saying at the time when he was filming they basically came to the outskirts of Lyman, but now as we can see, whole Lyman is liberated.
Лимана. Раньше он назывался Красный Лиман, то есть есть два различения, вот вы могли потеряться, то есть Министерство обороны РФ называет его Красным Лиманом, а весь мир называет его просто Лиманом. Из-за декоммунизации вот эта приставка Красный, она потерялась.
He is saying that it could be a little bit confusion with the naming of Lyman because Russian Federation call it Red Lyman, as I said, but because of decommunization that attachment red was lost and the whole world call it just Lyman.
Он называется просто Лиман. Там находилась группировка российской 752-й полк.
The Russian forces who were in Lyman, there was unit number 52.
Спецподразделение Барс-13, всего
Bars-13.
порядка 2500 человек. Причем это не простые.
It was about 2,500 of elite forces of Russia still left there.
Вооруженные силы, это элитное формирование российской армии. И вот все они оказались в каменном мешке по одной единственной причине, потому что Владимир Путин не разрешил, как мы помним, он дает приказы напрямую командирам, минуя Генштаб, минуя генерала Герасимова, приказал им оставаться на местах и не отходить.
So all of those elite forces were captured, were encircled in Lyman because Vladimir Putin personally gave order do not leave that positions. he was going around above the heads of the military commanders, General Gerasimov or anybody. It was personal order from the President of Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin. That's what led to that disastrous loss of Russian army.
Но командование этой группировки сбежало, бросило, как всегда, офицеры бросили своих солдат, бросили огромные склады, которые сейчас попали опять. Вот это самое ценное, это даже речь не о пленных, там идет зачистка. Те, кто из них пытался вырваться из этого кольца лиманского на Кременную, их уничтожили, поскольку...
He is saying that the commanders who was in place in Lyman with Russian forces, they betrayed Russian soldiers, they ran away towards Kremenная. I showed you that city on the map. They just dumped them and ran away. And the soldiers get encircled, and whoever tried to get out of the encirclement were killed. And they dropped a lot of equipment, which is Ukrainian army getting now.
Там коридор порядка там 1,5 километров в степи полностью простреливается. И сейчас идет зачистка. Вот в данный момент, когда я пишу это видео, идет зачистка. Она будет идти, очевидно, следующие несколько суток. Это не один день понадобится. Будут ловить российских дезертиров, прячущихся. Но тех, кто пытается сбежать, не хочет сдаваться в плен, их, безусловно, ждет уничтожение. Деваться.
He is saying that at the time when he was filming the video, there was still a corridor about 1.5 kilometers and was completely can be shot through. And he is saying that it still would be going on for a few days. They capturing Russian troops who is hiding and trying to run away. But according to Mr. Berezovets, whoever will try to run and try to get through the encirclement, they will be all killed. And many of them are killed already.
Некуда. Российское военное командование бросило этих солдат, никакой помощи им не оказало, попытки деблокирования извне не предпринимало. И, собственно говоря, это все предопределило их жесточайшее поражение.
He is saying that they don't have any other choice but surrender or die. And Russian commanders did not even try to make an attempt to break the circle and let their troops out. It's disgusting. The commanders dump their soldiers and run away. This is absolutely disgusting. And this is all of it happened because of Putin's order and because of the betrayal of their commanders. This is what make that big loss of Russian army possible.
Которое, еще раз повторю, было предопределено действиями самого Владимира Путина, который решил, что никому отступать нельзя, ни шагу назад, как мы помним, вот это заявление.
We remember the words of Putin, don't one step back. And Ukrainian army encircled Russian army troops, and it's all because of Putin and his personal fault. And so is commanders who were on the place in Lyman. Russian commanders.
Ну и, собственно говоря, вся эта история имеет все шансы повториться в еще большем формате на юге, напомню, на севере Херсонской области зажата такая же группировка, только больше, там от 6 до 8 тысяч.
Also, Mr. Berezovets is saying that the same situation will most likely repeat it on the south, in Kherson region, on the north part of the Kherson region, where there is another big group of Russian forces, a bigger group, about 6,000 to 8,000 people, and that's gonna be the same thing there.
Войск, в основном десантники, которые также зажаты, уничтожены все переправы, и их точно так же может ждать капитуляция.
They are also encircled, basically all the ways of crosses the river destroyed. It's elite forces, it's descent. But they're gonna be dumped the same way by Russia, and they will have the same fate as the Lyman group.
Сегодня, после этого разгромного поражения, вновь поднял свой голос президент Чечни Рамзан Кадыров. Он не сдерживал эмоций в своем телеграм-канале. Обвинил в потере Лимана генерал-полковника Александра Лапина.
And Kadyrov the leader of Chechnya in Russia, in his Telegram channel blamed General Lapin for the loss of the troops, but in fact it's a personal fault of Putin and the commanders. This is what Mr. Berezovets has to say. And this is also interesting channel. It's also in Russian. This is a telechannel Premi. And this is Mr. Alexei Goncharenko and Taras Berezovets as well. And they were saying, this is why...
Я считаю, что это мало того, что надо увидеть. Это надо обязательно показать всему миру, для того, чтобы просто вот мы поняли, а с кем мы вообще имеем дело.
Mr. Goncharenko is saying that there is a video he wants to show the whole world to see who the Ukrainians are fighting with. That is why Ukrainians called Russian soldiers orcs. This is why.
Почему мы их называем орки? Вообще, что это за орда, которая на нас, украинскую мову, сунется орда? И я сейчас прошу, чтобы мы показали это видео. Сейчас.
Все, всех победим, всех убьем, всех, кого надо, ограбим. Все будет, как мы любим. Давайте с Богом.
This man is Russian, obviously, and he is in that meeting with Putin the other day when they were so happy about annexing the territories of their neighbor's country. He's some sort of a media guy. I don't know him personally. He said, we will win from everybody, we will kill everybody, and we will rob everybody who we think is necessary, who we want to rob, and everything will be how we like it. So he, and also saying about something like God with us or something like that, or God be with you. This bastard is even bringing God into it. Very godly war, stealing the neighbor's property, killing their people. I just so astonished how these hypocrites keep bringing God into it. But the point was Goncharenko trying to make, this is why they call them orcs. That's what they want. Win from everybody, kill everybody, and rob everybody. That's why they go into this war. This is the reason why they are there in the first place. And astonishing that the other day I was encountered another orc in the Quora channel, and they were saying that Putin is a God-sent leader and we're liberating Ukraine and God is with us. And I said, here's the video I made. It's on my channel. It said about war crimes of Russia committed in Ukraine. And I didn't see anywhere God was saying, in any 10 commandments, I didn't see that commandment do not kill has any kind of postscriptum or something like that. Do not kill, but if Putin said it's okay, it's fine. You can do that. Like these people thinking, well, I can't call them people. Ukrainians are right. This person is orc. And he's saying something about God. Unbelievable. And this is what Russian propagandists now. This is the same Mr. Goncharenko. That's what he's saying now.
То есть врет, это значит говорит о поражениях российской армии. Посмотрите.
Время огульной критики закончилось.
This is one of the main Russian propagandists. One of the people who should be incriminated, who should be in the court with military, like war criminals. It's Solovyov. He is saying about we shouldn't talk about the losses of Russian army, basically. He said the time of the criticizing Russian army has passed.
Вранье, за вранье расстреливать сразу.
We need to shoot everybody who is lying about Russian army. Basically, for everybody who is saying Russian army is the bad guys and they killing people and they losing the war. That is just disgusting person.
Ну вот так, расстрелять. Ну, а в это время рашисты звонят своим родным, кто еще может позвонить, из Лимана и говорят, что у них катастрофа, они в окружении. Послушайте.
And right now you will hear, well, I will translate for you. Russian fascists, Russian occupants calling home from the encirclement in Lyman. That's what they are saying to their family.
перехват ГУР.
Ты такой весь запыханный. Мы в
Okay. Thank goodness I could get through to you. That's the gentleman saying. And his probably wife saying, why do you breathe so hard? The man is saying, we are encircled. Люб, this is a swear word. We soon gonna get killed. Like, it's over.
Ой, там сказали, что вы держитесь. У вас приказ на смерть, да?
Oh yeah, we heard that you are standing strong there. You have an order to die, yes? The gentleman saying, Luba, it's the name of his woman. I just call you to say goodbyes.
Люб, я просто позвоню, попрощаться позвоню. Нет.
The woman say no, and she's crying.
Нет. Никого не говорю. Слышишь, никого не говорю вообще. Тут пиздец, короче, полный.
The man is saying, don't tell anyone at all. Here is a swear word. Basically, it means here is the end. We are having end here. We're gonna die. So this is what I was intent to tell you today, and let's see, is there any more? No, there is not new anything, updates on the map. And now Lyman is back to Ukraine, and this is that criminal where the Russian commanders tried to run away from Lyman when they still could. And well, it is awful what's happening. It is awful that the war is happening in general, and even more awful that Putin basically lost the war and there is no way he can win it. He still keeps throwing Russian lives and Ukrainian lives into this like a logs to the fire for no reason whatsoever. That war was not necessary in any way to anyone. This is just disgusting. I'm very upset about that. Thank you for watching and have a great day.